when you fire a guy in the middle of the season, opposed to firing him at the end of the season. Shows me that there's been a little bit more thought into this. And I think the thought has come from Sheila Ford Hamp. And so I'm not worried about what you're saying about the Wood guy running things. I believe this is a new owner, and she means business. And I'm excited as a Lions fan.
Yeah, John, it's a weird feeling, isn't it? It's a weird feeling to have a little hope. It's a weird feeling to actually be excited. It's a weird feeling to think that in a month the postseason starts, and maybe in a couple years from now, we too can be in such a good situation where some of these teams are in that have brought in new coaches and new GMs. So, John, listen, the Rod Wood thing I spent 2 segments on, not a huge deal. However, I will say this. I'm proud of Sheila for getting rid of Quinn, because if it was just Patricia, I think we would have had an issue.
Absolutely. So thanks for taking my call.
Thank you, John. 248-539-9797. How about Muhammad in St. Clair Shores? You're on the ticket. Hey, Muhammad, what's the word, man?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Awesome. How are you today?
Hey, happy to man. Thank God. and I will say to Miss Ford Hamp, thank you very much, ma'am, for making life a little easier for us right now. You know, I'll shout out to her as well.
Muhammad,
man, I didn't know you said this. I just turned the radio on about maybe about an hour ago. But I skipped the top of my list for president. You know,
he's my dream. You know, Muhammad, if you can't get him as your GM, if you could get him as your president, pay him whatever he wants, he's my dream. Because he's been nothing but successful. He's 64 years old. I wonder, like we had Michael Rothstein on last segment, and he was telling that story how Sheila Ford Hamp is rather persuasive. So maybe she can go get Ozzie Newsome. That would be such a home run hire, man. But go on.
Yes, because see, if you look at Baltimore, you look at the extent of how they sustain, you know, success throughout the years. You want that guy, number one. If not, I'll take Colbert out of Pittsburgh as well. Eric Bieniemy, of course, top of the list for me. The other guy out of Seattle that Rothstein mentioned, you know, that was like up for it. His team was up for the same time. Him, you know, Jim Harbaugh, you know, I would go get him. Stafford, I would trade him to the Cowboys, the Jags, 49ers, Jets, Bears, North Saints. And I would look to, you know, get Dak Prescott, Cam Newton, and draft a quarterback. Now, I'll tell you this about Tua. I'm glad they didn't draft him. I was successful Herbert, by the way, but I didn't want Tua in the first place. And I'm kind of sorry I'm kind of happy we got a Kuda, because this way, you know, it doesn't delay the firing of those 2 guys. So, man, that's all I got.
Muhammad, real quick, I think that is such a good point that nobody has brought up. That is such a great point. That is, I'm pissed at myself. I didn't think that is such a great point, because you are right. I mean, listen, it'd be nice to have a quarterback, like a franchise quarterback, to fall back on if Stafford's not here next year, which he should not be here. But you're so dead on. These 2 men are so good at keeping their gigs. They did it this long. If they drafted Tua, you gotta believe they would say, listen, you wanted us to set up a future. We drafted Tua Tagovailoa. You can't fight. Dude, that's such a great point, Mohammed.
That'll be bad, man. That'll be bad. But, hey, life is in a better place for all of us football fans. And hopefully, you know, we'll get one of those guys coming out this year. Peace, man.
Mohammed, great call. 248-539-9797. That's a great point. Like, listen, do I want Herbert or Tua? Yes, I still do. But that's a good point. That's a good way to look at it. Like, would both men have been fired if one of those guys was here? Because they both deserve to be fired. That's a very good point. I didn't think of it from that point. It's a great call by Muhammad. All right, speaking of great calls, Rico Beard is going to join us next. Then, at 7:43, 4, 5, 6-ish, we will get you what all the former players are saying about Matt Patricia. It's funny. We'll add a little music, and then we'll close the show. Who do you got coming on today? You?
Yeah, I'll take you the rest of the way. No, I won't.
Jake Greenville will take you to midnight.
Let's get a Twitter vote on that.
Okay, I mean, listen.
I'm very angry.
I'm going to leave it 8.
I'm very angry. My Wildcats just lost to Michigan State. nutrition, win stuff. I mean, that's the recipe right there.
Listen, whatever happens after I leave, I'm not part of it, okay? Just so you know. I would say you should stay on. That's just me. I've been here for a long time. Just don't tell anybody that was my idea, if they're mad. 248-539-9797. I will throw you under the bus very quickly. Yes.
I know. You're a you take care of you guy, which I respect.
This guy right here. This guy. All right. Rico Beard, good dude. Coming up next, he's going to gloat to Jake about, well, his Spartans beating the Wildcats and the fact that in 2 years, it's funny. I mean, like, we'll talk about it with Rico, but what he's already done in 2 years compared to what Jim Harbaugh has done in 6. 97 won the ticket.
Listen up, Michigan. I've been waiting a long time to say this. Online sports betting is almost here. If you register your account early with FanDuel Sportsbook, you get $100 in free bets once they go live. No deposit required. Just sign up and verify your account and you're all set. See for yourself why FanDuel Sportsbook is America's #1 sports betting app. This is what I love about the app. It's easy to register, easy to deposit, easy to find your bet. Just sign up at FanDuel.com/100free to claim your $100 in free bets. That's $100 in free bets when you visit FanDuel.com/100free. Must be 21 or older and present in Michigan. Bonus issued and non-withdrawable site credit that expires 7 days after FanDuel goes live in Michigan. $100 is distributed as $50 site credit on each of Sportsbook and Casino. Unique user ID verification required. Offer ends on go live date. Gambling problems, call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
This is for the men who never settle, the ones who believe only quitters end the game in a tie. The type of guys who choose the bar with the biggest TVs to overcompensate for theirs at home. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks. Sports are back, and nothing makes cheering on your
So everybody will talk about that and not me stinking up the joint against Penn State. Like, I don't think it's a good idea, but what the hell do I know?
Well, here's the thing, though. I think most people don't want to say that because you're Michigan fans and you're angry right now. You're angry at him and you don't believe that he deserves another chance.
Yes.
That's the problem. You're just mad. You're angry. But if you take a step back, his system is not working in college. The way he flips his roster over and over, he treats the kids like free agents. Maybe he just was made for the NFL. In Detroit, you need a coach. He can come in here, and by the time he pisses off everybody, you move on. Now, I don't trust Robert Saleh. That's the guy that they should go get. 49ers.
DC from the Niners, yeah. What about GM? Do you have a dream hire? Like, I've been asking everybody that called in today. Obviously, people are jacked up. But my dream hire for GM, or at least president, and move Rod Wood aside to do something else, is Ozzie Newsome. He's been successful at everything he's done. He's 64 years old. I know you would have to pay him a boatload of money. That is my dream scenario. I know it's probably not going to happen. Does Rico Beard have a dream scenario and a realistic scenario like a Trent Kirchner or a Mike Borgonzi?
Yeah, I mean, Louis Riddick.
Pretty good one, too.
I like to bring him in. Ozzie's old, man.
Dude, he's so successful, though. Come on. And he's a great eye for talent.
Rieger. If you want to bring him in as a consultant, especially early on, for that. He's old. You got to be forward thinking. So, yeah, let him say who he thinks the next guy is going to be, or the next guy. And you go target those people. That's who you want to go get. So, yeah, I'm all for bringing in Ozzie, getting in the brain trust. If you want to call up Tony Dungy, you want to call up a bunch of people and say, help me out, okay? Don't do, just so long as out Ernie, of course, he's done. We're done with him. That didn't work out. So, yeah.
Well, does it make you nervous that Rod Wood is such a big part of the hiring process? Like, Wojo asked Sheila a question. Yeah, go ahead.
No, absolutely it does. I mean, it's, taking, your car to a mechanic who is a Sunday school teacher. Great on Sunday, but I need my car transmission fixed. You don't know what you're doing. He does it. He's a nice guy. I don't want to make it seem like, he should have nothing to do with the football position. He is not equipped for this. He doesn't know. You don't get to learn on the fly in the NFL. Okay? If you want to do this, go to the XFL team. Go up to Canada, but this is the NFL where, guess what? The other 30 teams, they're not cutting you any slack because you don't know what you're doing. They'll take advantage of you, which they've been doing to the Lions.
Couple more for Rico Beard. All right. I got 3 more questions, quick hitters. Number 1,